Zacks Rank Buys, stocks with a short-term buy or strong buy recommendation. Now, here are more Zacks Rank Buys. It's been a while since we got a couple of aggressive growth stock picks under our belt, so we called in Bill Wilton once again to come down here and favor us with a couple that he's written about here in the recent past. One being Cirrus Logic, CRUS, the ticker symbol. They're in the analog and mixed signal circuit business.
Yeah, they make essentially semiconductors for different audio and energy related applications. They are based here in the U.S., but they have operations around Europe and Asia. So they have more of a global footprint. Okay. They just reported their second quarter results on the 20th of October. Revenue was up about 5%. Earnings per share came in at 9 cents, which beat the estimates. And following that report, the Zacks consensus estimate actually jumped about a nickel to 13 cents.
And that's solid revenue growth, right? Achieved the old-fashioned way through sales?
Yeah. I mean, who would have thought, you know?
Right.
But one of the things I really like about this company is they are a true growth company. They're looking to double their earnings at least over the next 2 years, according to the Zacks consensus estimate. Made 7 cents last year. They're looking at about 21 cents this year, and right now next year's estimates are at 43 cents. So that's fantastic growth. And here I've just highlighted it on the Zacks premium screen. They've also got that, still have the #1 rank, and they've got an outperform from the Zacks equity research. One unique thing is they didn't really get a huge jump on their earnings report, and that's because they pre-announced earnings. They raised guidance on the 5th when they set the earnings date, so that's where that big jump is that I highlighted. It's from that raising the guidance, which gave everyone the signal that they were going to have a stellar earnings report.
I see.
So they're still above the level they were at heading into that news release.
All right, and then you've written about AES Corporation in the recent past. AES, the ticker symbol, they're in the energy space.
Yeah, they generate and distribute electricity and energy. They have almost 30 countries that they operate in. Their last report was back in August, but they're approaching their next announcement, which is going to be the 5th of November. Earnings per share in that previous announcement were 28 cents, which is up 3% or 3 cents year over year. And it actually beat the Zacks consensus estimate by 8 cents. They raised the guidance, which is obviously good heading into this report. Today on the 27th of October, it's about a week away, so there should be some good action in that stock over the next week or two. And they've got pretty solid valuations right now. They're trading at under 13 times forward earnings in a market right now that's, a lot of these companies are inflated. To find a decent value right now is actually pretty tough, especially one that's considered a growth stock, has those the earnings momentum. They don't have as strong of year-over-year growth as the previous stock I mentioned, but they do have momentum as far as the Zacks consensus estimate goes, which people familiar with the aggressive growth column, that's something I also focus on. Another thing is they are hitting a bit of resistance here. The stock has been back and forth, but it's testing those levels. And as you can see, I put a trend line on here that, despite all that noise, the overall trend, which I've just drawn across the bottoms of the stock price, is up. So, there's a bit of noise, a bit of resistance right here, but I'm looking for shares to consolidate and hopefully continue that upward trend.
Now, is this a small, medium, or large cap stock?
This is a medium.
Medium cap.
Yeah.
All right. So with all the talk that's going on lately about the president wanting to spend money to upgrade the power grid in the United States, how does an activity like that, and since it's never been done that I know about in my lifetime, impact a smaller, mid-sized company like this that's in that energy business?
Well, it's going to have an impact on everybody, but it's really going to come down to the way that they structure it. If the government ends up funding a lot of it, they could see a pretty big windfall. If there's an onus on them to supply some things, that could be a lot of capital expenditures. It's a very unique situation. It all depends on how the actual plan that they come up with and the actual procedures that they have to put it in place. They're going to be very important. But also, like I said, they operate in almost 30 different countries. Right. So, one country, might not have a huge impact on them overall because they do have such a wide footprint, which is nice.
They might be able to offset that. Any glitches in business or anything.
Yeah.
Do you own either of these two stocks?
No.
All right. Bill is our aggressive growth stock analyst at Zacks.com. Check out some of the other companies that he's written about in the recent past by going to our homepage and over in the upper right-hand corner, clicking on the current headline next to the aggressive growth stock investing category. With Bill Wilton, I'm Terry Ruffalo.